BoLS fans, I'm AdamHarry with
JayArr,
and we're back with another BoLS overview. Today we're taking a look at the new Space Marine Codex. Ah, I'm pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, I can feel the cheese from here.
Ooh, good point. It's super cool.
Yeah.
So far we've been devouring the cheese all day. So excited about this one. Let's go through some hard facts real quick.
Absolutely.
First off, hardback. Second off, 208 pages of awesome, of the Imperial finest. We got about, what?
Like 100 pages or so of background and,
Yep.
and fluff and lore and all that good
For
stuff.
all your favorite Codex Space Marine chapters. Again, this does not cover Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Grey Knights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't cover those guys. But Ultramarines, Black Templar, Crimson Fist, Imperial Fist, Salamanders, Raven Guard,
White Scars?
White Scars.
I think that's
it.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those guys and their successor chapters and so on and so forth are right here.
Yes, if you want to play the Successor chapter, you can do that. Plus, we got new units. All the Primaris stuff is in here too. Yeah, so about 100 pages of fluff. Pics-wise, we're looking at about 20 pages or so of pictures. The data sheets take up 60 pages of just straight rules. There's not 60 data sheets.
No, there's way more than that.
But there's 60 pages of data sheets. And then extra, like the chapter tactics, the war gear,
The relics.
all that fun stuff. It's like 10 pages of rules. And then, of course, you also have the tactical objectives at the very, very back. So
Right.
we're gonna go through this fairly quick. I think we're not gonna spend a ton of time on each page. We're not gonna flip through page by page. So if that's what you're expecting, just stop now. But here we go. First off, intro page, super awesome looking.
Yeah, totally.
Keep going here. There's the new starter icon for your Space Marines. There's a table of contents, which we've talked about. It does go through all the key things here, like we mentioned. We've got the Emperor's Finest. What's a Space Marine? If you've never ever played a Space Marine army before, you probably still know what a Space Marine is. But if you've never ever played 40k before, this is how you can jump on in. Ton of section of that. It's going to go through the, what is it, Champions of Humanity, Defenders of Mankind, all talking about Space Marines. That's all the lore we talked about. And then it talks about the different Primarch chapters, or Sons of the Primarchs, and then all their rules and things like that. So, whew, keep going.
All right, let's dive in. Here we go.
There's more background lore.
Yeah, so that was the making of a Space Marine, which I didn't know just how like genetically engineered they were.
Oh yeah, tons of extra organs, 2 hearts, 3 lungs, all that fun stuff, extra glands.
And all the new Primaris organs.
Oh yeah, that's a whole new part of the...
Yeah.
If you've been playing for as long as I have, you're probably familiar with all the extra organs, or at least most of them. It's like 20 organs. But now you've got more organs to memorize with the Primaris stuff. I wanted to stop real quick and take a look. This is the Ultramarines' second company. Company's 100 Marines, give or take. And this is what they look like in their full parade uniform. We love looking at these pictures.
Yeah.
So.
Now the second company is the one that has most of the Primaris in them. And all the Primaris models that we've seen so far come with exclusively second company markings.
Yeah, because first company's veterans, and those are usually the Terminators.
Yeah.
So, or other veterans. So white helmets, pretty awesome. That for Ultramarines at least. Moving on. Good catch, by the way, on the second company thing. Here's a quick timeline of the Ultramarines. Here's some of the Successor chapters. Again, paint schemes and details of all your favorite Marines. Keeps going. Keeps going. White Scars. It's going to have a little bit of a section, a couple pages per chapter that's included in here.
Like it talks about the victories of the Khans for the White Scars, for example, and it talks about, you know, how much the Ultramarines love their book for the Ultramarines.
They do. The Imperial Fist, it's going to talk about them. The other Sons of Dorn, the other Successor chapters, like the Crimson Fists. Curiously enough, I do want to call this out. The Crimson Fists, while they do have a special character, Pedro Cantor, and they do have a Warlord trait. No, sorry, they get a relic, but they don't get a chapter tactic, and they don't get a stratagem, but they get a Warlord trait and a relic, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets
like the full
full Monty, but these guys just get the Crimson Fist don't get a stratagem or a Warlord trait.
Huh.
Thought that was interesting. So, sorry, Crimson Fist players.
Look,
you're screwed this edition.
Maybe can they still do the Imperial Fist stuff, or
I don't. You know, that was a question I had because they don't have Chapter Imperial Fist. They have Crimson Fist.
Crimson Fist.
Yeah, so they're still Adeptus Astartes though. So
there you go.
there's a ton of extra stratagems. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, why don't we skip through these are just it's all chapter stuff.
Yeah.
You get the idea there. Let's skip over.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah, librarians, commanders.
The reason we're all here today is I mean the lore is amazing, and that's like one of the most compelling parts about
Speaking
the
of which,
game.
lore and stuff for each individual unit. Tactical Marines. We've got the new
that's
close
cool.
support squads, which is Primaris, Small Marines. You want to skip to the stratagems page?
Yeah, let's skip to the strategy.
You get the idea. You've seen the data sheets. That's what this whole section coming up. Sergeant Talion, all the different heroes.
There's all
the cool model pictures. There's the new Ultramarines Redemptor Dreadnought, the new Repulsor tank. All that cool stuff is all in here too.
They're pretty sweet. Then
we've seen the Space Marines War Gear list. Keep going. Data sheets.
Data sheets.
We don't need to go through those.
We don't need to go. Oh,
You guys have seen the data sheets.
that thing's not out yet.
Oh, keep going. Here we go. Here are the chapter tactics. And again, we've got chapter tactics for the Ultramarines, Templars, Salamanders, White Scars, Raven Guard, Imperial Fists, and the, what was it? Iron Hands. That was the one I was forgetting.
Iron Hands. That's
Yeah, they have a 6-up. It's not.
It's not the greatest.
It's okay.
But they do have some
Better
pretty
than the Iron Fist,
cool
or Imperial Fist.
stratagems.
Stratagems.
Look at there are 3 full pages of new stratagems, and they're all really cool.
They're
like,
really cool. Some of them come from old formations. So, like, if you remember the was it Line Breaker with the
3
Demolisher-
Vindicators.
Yeah, Vindicators.
So basically, the way that works is you spend a command point, and if you've got 3 Vindicators, you pick a point on the tabletop and roll a die for each unit. Each unit that's within 3 inches of that space, and on a 4-up, they take like D3 mortal wounds, or
You just blast them.
3d3 mortal wounds, or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like, you give them a whole bunch of mortal wounds.
Pretty great. Some of these stratagems are chapter specific, and some of them are just generic. If you are a Space Marine, you can use these stratagems. This is kind of the template for all of the armies moving forward from our guesstimation here. So I'm betting we're going to see when like Codex, Eldar, whatever that,
They'll have like
they'll
craft
have their
world
own-
specific stratagems as well as generic Eldar stratagems.
That's what we're thinking here, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure based on what we've seen so far, that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool template for what to expect in the future.
Yeah. We also have unique Warlord traits. And then there's also, you can roll randomly for generic Warlord traits here.
Or you can
pick
like,
them,
your chapter.
or your chapter-specific Warlord traits, which are super cool. So you get, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because the Crimson Fist do have a Warlord trait.
They do.
And then 6 extra ones, so that's 14 Warlord traits you can choose from, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
On top of that, we'll keep going here. You have a ton of relics. There are chapter-specific relics, and then there's also some Space Marine-specific relics you can have here, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and on top of that, they also have expanded the Librarius discipline. It's got 6 different powers that you can manifest. Some of them are really cool.
Yeah.
I believe in the index there's only 3, so that's
Yeah.
double the numbers.
Yeah, which is great, and you can still use those if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then tactical objectives, which we won't cover. And then, of course, this book also has your war gear lists for all your special equipment, weapons, close combat weapons, and of course points. Points are also included here, which you can clearly see all the points right there.
Yeah,
you probably
just
can't.
Zoom in and enhance. Zoom in and
Zoom in
enhance.
and
Get
enhance.
someone to stand over your left shoulder.
And then of course all the ranged weapon stats we talked about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great template moving forward. I can't wait to see what else they do.
It really is. It adds a lot to the Space Marines. Like, it makes them have flavor and feel more than just sort of generic, the baseline standard for the game.
One thing that nobody has talked about yet, and I want to talk about, this is kind of an exclusive here, I guess, but is the abilities the Space Marines have here. Space Marine attachments gain the following abilities. First off, they get Chapter Tactics, which we've seen
covered, yeah.
Defenders of Humanity. If your army is Battleforged, all troop units and Space Marine detachments gain the ability. Move here. Such a unit that is within range of an objective marker, as specified in the mission, controls the objective marker, even if there are more enemy models within range of that objective marker. If enemy units within range of the same objective have a similar ability, then the objective marker is controlled by the player who has the most models within range of it as normal.
Right.
They have objective secured again.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Troop squads and Space Marines have objective secured again. That means if we were playing a game, I had 1 tactical Marine on the objective
And
and
I
JayArr
had like 7 of whatever.
it wouldn't matter. My tactical Marine still has that objective, and I could win the game that way.
Yep.
Kind of a big deal. So that's also in here. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Space Marines have a huge upgrade. They've got a lot more flexibility and a lot more tactical decisions that you can make when building your lists.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Of course, all the Primaris stuff is in here. We've seen most of the units.
Yeah.
Have we shown off the Centurion? Have we seen that guy yet?
The Centurion?
Not the Centurion.
The Aggressors?
The Aggressors.
Yeah. We've seen them, but they are really cool looking.
Let me see if I can find a picture real fast. There they are. There's a short picture here. Down here, the Aggressors. Yeah. They're gonna bring some firepower, and then on top of that, they also have like a flame version too, which the Salamanders are gonna love.
Yes.
So,
all of you Salamander players, you are gonna love the fact that Flamers are auto hit things. Your Overwatch is gonna get a huge upgrade. Your wounding.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. You'll
those
see.
guys don't move. Man, all the dice.
Check out the Codex.
Check out the Codex. It's coming out. It's up for pre-order starting on Saturday, July the 22nd, 2017, and then it'll start shipping the following, I believe, Friday or Saturday.
Something like that.
Go check it out. Hope you enjoyed this quick overview. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS.
I'm JayArr from BoLS.
Thanks for watching. Have a good one.